This podcast is supported by Music Theater of Wenatchee, celebrating 64 years of bringing stories to life. From show-stopping musicals to powerful plays, the Music Theater of Wenatchee stage is where stories come alive. Now they are writing the next chapter, and you can help make it happen. To support the next act of community theater in Wenatchee, visit annex.mtow.org and donate today.
Opening night club.
We're not opening a nightclub.
It's the opening night club. We can't wait to watch an opening night show, because on opening night we always go with our opening night club. Opening night club.
Welcome to the Opening Night Club podcast. This is the podcast for the Opening Night Club. It's a group that gets together every week to discuss and celebrate local theater all over Central Washington and also go see some opening nights. I'm your host, Kevin McKee, and with me again today is actor, playwright, and raconteur, my friend, Skyler Cuthill. How's your day, Skyler?
Kevin, I'm doing great. So, I live in Leavenworth.
Yes.
Right. So we always record on Sundays, or generally we record on Sundays. So I woke up, I went to church. Well, I woke up, I did put a little makeup. I always have to do that. I'm a millennial. Went to church, came back, took care of the goats, had breakfast, yada, yada, yada. Then got back in the car to drive down here. And it's about a 40, maybe 45 minutes commute down here. So often I will listen to an audiobook or something when I'm coming down here. But today I did not. I listened to music. And you know what band I listened to on my way down here?
Is it the Deftones again?
No, it's Slaughter to Prevail.
Did you listen to Slaughter to Prevail?
I listened to Slaughter to Prevail.
How was that? Did it make you angry?
It kicked ass.
Really?
It reminded me. I used to be a metal guy.
Okay.
I really did. I listened to not just like Iron Maiden and Priest or whatever, but I listened to like Behemoth and Nile and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, it's still the same.
It's still the same.
Because that was like 20 years ago.
So
I was listening to that stuff.
Do you feel that you're more satanic?
I feel a lot more than I have in a long time.
Because they cannot perform in Russia, Poland, or Turkey at this point.
Okay, so shall we introduce Slaughter to Prevail? I'm sure the audience does not know who Slaughter to Prevail is.
My daughter's boyfriend, Joel Arnall, who grew up in Quincy, went to Wenatchee Valley College, and is now in Boston. He is the guitar tech, the sound tech for Slaughter to Prevail, and he designed and manages their live guitar sound on their tours. And they were touring all over Europe, and I think they start their Asian tour shortly, if they haven't already, and then they will be in the States, and sometime this late spring, early summer, they're going to end up at the Paramount in Seattle, and it's sold really well. I think they've got probably, you can only see the reserved seats, and they're like 3/4 sold for a show that's in May or June.
I was listening to it on Spotify, so it had an advertisement for their Paramount performance.
There you go.
So we can go to see Slaughter to Prevail at the Paramount.
Honestly, I've been offered backstage passes.
Oh my God, we could meet Slaughter. So Slaughter to Prevail is a Russian. So metal is like white people jazz, where there's like a million subgenres and has really limited appeal. It's very niche, right? But there's a million genres, and like it demands a huge degree of like technical excellence. Mm-hmm. Right? It's really, really crazy. And so the genre is deathcore, you were calling it the other day.
I actually don't know what they call it.
Death metal, black metal.
Yeah.
It's the metal where like all the instruments are going as hard as they can, and a huge guy goes. It's like Death Clock. It's like less lyrical Death Clock.
Yes.
If you like Death Clock.
And Alex Terrible is the lead singer, and he is an enormous guy, enormous Russian who has bears in his backyard in Russia that he wrestles. You can go online and watch him wrestle bears.
Classic.
And bare knuckle fight in Russian.
Bare knuckle,
yeah. We've really gone away from opening nightclub on this thing.
I was thinking about it, and it was very funny in my head. If we went to see Slaughter to Prevail, I could introduce myself to the guys or whatever. I could say, I'm friends with the dad of the girlfriend of the man who does your guitars.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it would be out there. And they speak a lot of Russian, so maybe you could bond over Russian?
I spoke to some Russian tourists the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how much Russian do you have?
I'm not fluent.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not fluent.
Da. Das Vidanya.
No, I said hello. I heard them speaking Russian, so I
Yeah.
said hello, and I wished them a good day. And it was very cute. It was two old women, and they went, "Oh, говорю по-русски," because they were not expecting that or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? That was a real novelty.
That's awesome.
But yeah. So Slaughter to Prevail. Let's look forward to
awesome.
the opening night of Slaughter to Prevail.
We'll
in
have
beautiful
to
Washington
report
State.
on that one.
But yeah, no, I am feeling good. I got all amped up from Alex the Terrible growling at me in the car. But we do have some items to discuss. We have we have two things to talk about, kind of ongoing things. We wanted to talk about the LST, Leavenworth Summer Theater casting update, and then we were going to go through the cast list of 1776 in detail.
Yeah.
So the Leavenworth Summer Theater one shouldn't take too long. This is not insider information. Everybody who applied, who auditioned, got an email from Christy the other day giving like an update.
Yeah.
And I love that. I understand that the audition process obviously can't be fully transparent, because there's a lot of like inner workings or what have you. But I love when they do tell you the structure. And the structure is that they did video callbacks this last week, and then next week they are going to start making their first offers.
Yeah.
And I love knowing that because it tells you, as an auditioner, not to be nervous yet.
Yeah.
Right. They're like, oh, nobody's gotten their offer yet. You're okay. You're not being neglected. You're not being sidelined or whatever. It hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
And the process kind of starts at the top with the leads, and then it goes down. So you shouldn't even really be nervous for another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks that like you're not in the program at all. If you're auditioning for Maria, maybe you should start being nervous in like a couple of days. But the rest of us who are not in the running.
I think I can give insidery information. I've been through it on the inside multiple times. And just so everybody knows, if you have auditioned for Leavenworth Summer Theater, sometime probably this weekend, the 3 directors will get together in a room and start hashing stuff out. There is a bit of everybody's trying to find their leads, and they're trying to put together an offer. And a lot of times the executive director knows that these people have said audibly that I need 3 shows.
Yeah.
And so if somebody comes up and, well, first off, if all 3 of the directors want to have somebody, so they've got Bob Smith, and everybody wants him as their primary lead. There's sometimes where we might say, let's pull back a little bit and see if we can come up with somebody else, just because we're really putting all of our eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you do have a director, it's like, yeah, okay, I could go with this guy. Then that happens, just so everybody knows. Then there's also a case where somebody needs a 3rd show. And so if he's got the 2 leads in the other one, we might say, well, he won't accept it if there's only 2. Maybe do we have one of the Rolfs? We could give him a Rolf.
Yeah.
Or he could play Herr Zeller or something like that. We do that a lot with Sound of Music, the nuns. A lot of times we can just cast them as a nun. And this is all financial because these kids have to come to Leavenworth and come up with a place to stay and food and that kind of stuff, because the stipends certainly don't cover their living expenses for the summer. And so they need to have the stipends from all 3 shows in order to make it work.
Yeah. So you get paid more for the Sound of Music because
It's
there are more
longer.
performances, right? And then you get paid a middle amount for the middle show and a lower amount for the 3rd show, essentially. And so it does come out to be about $1,000 a month for like the 3-month endeavor. So I think the kids generally are in the red for the season or what have you. Between
it's experience.
It's important potentially that they get offers in all 3, something competitive. And so for us locals, like we say, I'm going out for Leavenworth Summer Theater or something like that. But these guys, often the music theater kids, will audition for 20, 30, 40 companies, right, all across the country. And then they will take whatever is their best offer. So that's potentially what kind of snaggles things up, right?
Yeah.
They'll say, your offer isn't good enough. I got a better offer in Kansas or in Nevada or what have you. And then sometimes they will accept the LST offer, and then later they will get a better one, from Nebraska or what have you. And they go, surprise.
Well, and that's always been the problem is right now Leavenworth auditions for summer stock much earlier than everybody else, with the idea that we can wrap up some of these kids. And then if they've accepted an offer with us, then we've kind of got them before Coeur d'Alene or Jackson Hole or some of the other summer stock startup or audition. That has caused a problem that people will accept an offer and then say no because they have got a different offer. They'll change their mind. It's nasty. People should never do that, but these are college kids and they don't care.
Well, it's vicious competition.
Yeah.
You know, they're all, if you're going to school for MT, you're trying to be, how many positions are there on Broadway? 1,000?
Yeah.
Right, to perform. Maybe probably not even 1,000 these days,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's I don't
hard.
even want to think about it. But yeah. No, I'll say that from my experience in property management, sometimes people approach me and they say, I'm thinking about moving to Leavenworth in a year or two. What do you have? And I go, oh, because there's no way you're signing a contract. You know, nobody knows what will happen between now and then.
Yeah.
So the closer it is, the better for me as a contract writer, generally speaking. If it's a year or two out, it's just hard to plan that far out. So so I sympathize. But.
And something for Leavenworth, understanding that people may pull, well, first off, it's going to take a while. They're going to offer to the leads first and see if they accept.
Yeah.
And they might come back and say, well, I need something better. So the directors will get together and say, what kind of package can we put together for this person that we want as a lead that's coming in from New York? Then they're probably going to have to accept it, and then we'll start accepting maybe the supporting roles, and they'll go down. If somebody says they'll accept and then they come back and say, I'm sorry, I won't, now they have to reshuffle.
Yeah.
And so they might go back to a Liesel and say, okay, now we're going to offer you Maria, and then we have somebody who is offered a nun that they have to offer Liesel. And if those get shook up again, then you've got to go back and figure it out. One year I'd offered 4 different Liesels and they all turned me down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shuffling that goes on. So if you don't get a role the first time around, realize that there might be more coming.
It is always funny because like you get the cast list or whatever, and you look up everybody, you look at the names, yada yada yada, and then a month later you'll go and look at the cast list again, and it'll be different.
Yeah,
because Yahoo dropped out or what have you.
Yeah.
And I will say that I remember in 2018, right when they did Little Women, they had several people drop out. I think at the start of rehearsal.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like during the still casting process. It was actually people had gotten there and they went, surprise, you're promoted. Right. So a lot of the people that like had primaries and that had originally been ensemble or what have you. So don't fret too much. Even if you don't get the role, maybe you do later.
Well, and it's kind of a sad thing that the locals are the ones that will fill in, partly because they know who we are. They know where to find us. They know that we're not going to get to Leavenworth and realize how expensive it is to live in this area.
Yeah.
Because we already have housing in Wenatchee, Kashmir, Leavenworth, something like that.
Yeah, they're less likely to drop out.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's very complicated. There are many angles. So so Leavenworth Summer Theater people, I'm sure you got this email as well. You are okay. The process hasn't even started yet. The offer process hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
So nobody should worry.
Okay.
Other than the basic amount of worrying that you do anyway, because you auditioned and you exposed yourself.
Yes.
That's Aristotle, right? Superior is one who grants, inferior is one who asks, right? So we are asking, and the theater is granting. So it's just the nature of these relationships.
You've taken that really deep. You a little more highbrow here on the podcast.
You know, it's also very relevant to the dating world. So I think about that one quite a bit. But yeah. So LSD is coming along this coming week. We should start to see some activity. So
awesome.
God bless and good luck to everybody involved.
Okay.
And then we were going to talk about your show.
Yes. Well, and this is more of a show that it's fairly loose, but myself and multiple local theater people will be portraying the disciples for a Maundy Thursday presentation at the United Methodist Church.
In Wenatchee.
And
this is like the loaded theater person church.
We've got a lot of theater folk that go to United Methodist Church.
All right. So, and you are portraying?
I am the Apostle John.
Ooh.
And it's a pretty simple script where we all sit around at the big table, very much like Da Vinci's The Last Supper. And one by one, we get up and kind of tell our story after Jesus has said, someone's betrayed me. So all of us are wondering who betrayed Jesus, and was it me?
Can you spoil it?
I think we might be able to spoil it.
Who did it? Tell us, exclusive, world exclusive.
This is
on
an
the
exclusive,
podcast.
And maybe I shouldn't say anything,
Okay, no,
so I'm not a spoiler.
Do it for the pod.
So it turns out that Judas betrayed Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
And Judas is being played by Skyler Gingrich Mendez.
Otherwise known as,
I'm not going to say this.
I'll say it, Evil Skyler. I'm sorry, Evil Skyler. I know I was calling you Alt Skyler, but you're literally Judas.
But okay, we should not. Skyler is a wonderful person, and she is not evil by any sense.
Then why is she playing Judas? Answer me this, Kevin McKee.
Okay, I played the mayor in the minutes, someone who is genuinely evil, but am I evil?
Well,
Okay, don't answer that one.
no. Other Skyler, Alt Skyler, is my friend. She was in a little night music with us. She did a wonderful job. She was great in The Marvelous Wonderettes, and she will be wonderful as Paulette in Legally Blonde. We're all really looking forward to it.
That's awesome.
I used to call her Evil Skyler, and then I stopped, and then Kevin told me she's playing Judas, and I went, there's no world where I couldn't go for it. But you have some other theater notables in there as well.
Yeah, Anna Riddell, who does a lot of our music for the musicals, and I think she's the music director.
She is the music director for Legally Blonde.
For Legally Blonde, and she's done it. She did it for us when we did Gentleman's Guide.
Yeah,
Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. So she's doing it. Her father Henry, who is in Laramie Project, he is kind of putting it together and directing it. Our pastor Debbie is she's playing one of the apostles, and she was also in the Laramie Project. Wendy Hulse and her husband are doing it. Dawn and Marissa Collins. I think we've got a pretty full stacked cast doing this little passion play on Maundy, Thursday.
They were all in Follies. Wendy Hulse, Marissa Collins, Dawn Collins, right? So I saw them not too long ago.
That's right.
Yeah, they were amped and dancing.
Yeah.
They were dancing fools.
It's an active theater community.
Yeah, that's great.
So, we're doing that on Monday, which, if you don't know, Maundy, Thursday is the Thursday before Easter.
Yeah, when Jesus was taken.
Yeah. So Friday is Good Friday, and that is when Jesus died. And then I'm sure there's a name for Saturday. Do you know the name for Saturday?
I want to say it's Holy Saturday.
Is it Holy Saturday?
Yeah, I want to say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. For everybody who is not steeped in the Christian tradition, that's what it is.
Well, we spoiled the whole story there, didn't we?
I think
But we didn't actually spoil the story because we didn't say what happens on Sunday.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord
you will
Almighty.
have to come to service on Sunday to find out.
There you go. And
Yes.
we all. I cannot. It's when the Easter Bunny shows up.
Opening night for Christianity.
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
Night.
Otherwise, he would have just been, like another prophet, right?
That's
so
true.
That's the big day.
That is the big day.
That's the big day.
Okay.
All right. Well, I wish you luck as Apostle John.
Okay.
I love your scripture. It actually is my favorite of the four testaments.
Think if you've never read anything, read the Book of John.
It's got the weird stuff in it. It's very unusual
and very emotional.
It's like the other three. I know there's like the idea of Q or whatever, right? The Q manuscript or whatever, and then John is like the weird outlier, right? And that always like these weird anecdotes about Jesus always really appealed to me that aren't in like a Mark or whatnot.
Yeah.
But all right, so that will be happening at your church.
That's right. I think April.
Could any old Yahoo come to this?
Anybody can go to that. The Methodist Church in Wenatchee.
Does it cost anything?
It does not cost anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an offer.
It is.
All right. So looking forward to that. And then you are in another show, and we were going to talk about the cast list kind of in more detail.
1776. And I think we're going to be getting scripts pretty soon and music. So
opening night for America.
It is opening night for America.
A lot going on here.
Well, it's the 250th anniversary. We've got another one coming up that we'll have to talk about. But Hot August Nights, which will opening night for that is actually July 31st and then running for a couple weeks into August. But we've got the cast list, and we've got some people who've been cast from out of town that are unfamiliar to me, but boy, howdy, we got a lot of local luminaries that are in this cast, and I am so excited to be included in this cast that Jamie thought I could do this.
It's a big cast.
Yes. It's a tough show because this actually happened, and these people who were in is it the Continental Congress?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in the Continental Congress, and they came together to approve the Declaration of Independence. So they're real people, and we know who they are, and we probably have some drawings or pictures of them, so we know what they look like, at least as old men.
Yeah, I mean, the hoi polloi will not be. I haven't actually read a book about like the Revolution in a long time, I will say. So a lot of this history is kind of fuzzy to me beyond the actual like content of the show. So I was thinking one of us should read a book about this before 1776, right? So we can evaluate how much of
it was.
Yeah, how much of it is fictionalized for the sake of the story.
I was discussing that with you, that I don't really know. Like my character, is he anywhere close to the character in the musical?
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was growing up, there was a lot of like best-selling presidential autobiographies, that kind of stuff. That stuff has mostly gone away now, right?
There's a few people that are writing them.
Okay.
I think Bill O'Reilly writes a lot of history books, and I mean, I think it's probably from a conservative view, but he gets read a lot by older men.
I feel like, that's going to be the market for history anyway. When you go into Barnes & Noble back in the day, 90s or whatever, you would see a lot of books about the Revolution and George Washington and that kind of thing. And nowadays, just the genre has moved on or what have you.
Well, what was that enormous Hamilton book that the musical was written off of?
Yeah, well, that was from then. That was like 2002. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I did not read it, but I remember because it was like a big deal when it came out.
That
guy had written other stuff too.
And apparently it was fantastic and a good read.
Between now and then, I commit, I will read one book.
Okay.
About the Revolution.
Okay.
I'll try and get like a really definitive one, like a really good one.
Okay.
But yeah, so our cast list, the lead is John Adams, and he's played by Amron Salgado.
And what do you know about Amron? I've never heard of him.
He's from the East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, I do not know this cat. So we've talked about it, but Jamie has East Coast connections through Marymount College. And so there are 3 people on here who are out-of-towners, right? Amron Salgado and 2 more.
The names I'm going to have trouble with. I'm going to say Aisatu Tiam, maybe. And then the second is True. One name, TRU.
There it is.
So I'm kind of excited to meet them.
Yeah. So we will get to them in turn. But yeah, so unfortunately, we don't know very much about this John Adams character.
Yeah.
He's obnoxious and disliked. We know that's show.
That's the character. Everyone says he's obnoxious and disliked.
And then Benjamin Franklin is our good friend Matthew Pippin.
I am so excited. I think he's just going to knock this one out of the park.
Matthew Pippin is going into his statesman phase.
Yes.
He's going to be very prestigious. He's the inventor of the stove.
I was kind of looking forward. I tried out for that one, hoping that I could do that because in the show, Benjamin Franklin has gout and kind of walks with a cane, which means you wouldn't have to do any dancing.
And instead you're Richard Henry Lee.
Huh?
Instead, you're Richard Henry Lee.
Instead, I'm Richard Henry Lee, the most upbeat song in the show.
Oh my! You're going to be kicking.
They're
going to make you kick.
I think so.
It'll be good for you.
I'll have to jump on a horse.
Warm up first, though.
I will.
Just
Yeah.
That's how accidents happen. Is not warming up appropriately.
I don't want to pull something.
No, Matthew will be great in it, and John Dickinson of Pennsylvania is Ernest Palmer,
which is a great role.
Yeah. So John Dickinson, he's the villain of the show, but he's not evil.
The antagonist.
Yeah, we talked about this already, but it is true that like he refused to sign the Declaration of Independence.
He was the one on the other side,
but he did go and then fight in the Continental Army. So he was a patriot. Right. He just genuinely was like, we shouldn't do this. We are fools to do this. Because at the time, Britain was the most powerful empire on the planet. So there was a reason for it. You know, he wasn't being crazy. Right.
Yeah.
But John Dickinson is the enemy in the show. Right. No, Ernest is going to be dynamite. Ernest is a wonderful singer, wonderful stage presence. He is going to get to icily call you all fools.
That's right.
So that'd be great.
Yeah. No, he's not wrong. It's just it's a different take.
Yeah. It's coming from a place of reason.
Yeah.
Right. He's not just like, I will make more money by being evil. Right. It's not personal ambition or something like that. He is saying, this country is making a mistake. You guys are going to kill us all, right? And maybe they were, right? It's quite a story.
Yep. So Lauren Malloy is playing Thomas Jefferson of Virginia, which is a pretty big role. He's got songs, and he's he has a love interest.
He plays the violin.
And he plays the violin. Yes, he plays the violin. But Martha Jefferson is his wife, and there's a large section of it where we're talking about Thomas Jefferson just got married, and he really wants to get back to his wife for consummation of the marriage.
And I'm sure you've seen this on the internet. It gets passed around, but it is weird that so many of them were quite young.
Yeah.
Right. So I think Thomas Jefferson was in his like 20s or early 30s when this happened. Right.
It's kind of tough just because all of the pictures we see were pictures that were drawn or painted of these guys when they were old men.
Yeah.
And Hamilton, the musical, did a really nice job of this, saying that these were not all old white-haired, gray-haired men. They were young people, and they came from all over.
That's why they were so impassioned, right?
Yes.
They weren't 95-year-olds going,
That's right.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I have 3 more years left. Leave me alone.
It is so different than politics today.
Yeah. No, I remember I was reading some naval history once, and it was talking about some like British Grand Admiral, and it was saying that, he had done good in his time, but when it was relevant, he was just way too old for it. He just didn't have the vigor for it. And it was from like 1840 or whatever. So the man they were talking about was like 52. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because, this country is turning into a gerontocracy.
Gerontocracy.
Yeah. But Lauren Malloy is our friend. I actually went to school with him and his brother.
Really?
Yeah. Devin Malloy was in my grade.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were pals. And Lauren is very tall.
And it works for Thomas Jefferson.
He was famously very, very tall. He was like 6'2" or 6'4", right? And back in the day, they were generally shorter, right? So he like towered over them. That's like an important part of his character.
Yeah, Lauren was the assistant director for the Minutes, and he was also the understudy for Mr. Peel. So he did Mr. Peel for the week before we opened, and he was great.
And he was in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
So yeah, he's got background. So, and Thomas Jefferson John Adams is the show. Thomas Jefferson isn't like 90% of the show, but he is in like the main trio.
Yes.
So it's a large role.
It's a big role.
So Lauren, we are looking forward to you being tested in the flames of 1776.
That's right. So we got a surprise casting. Richard Henry Lee of Virginia is Kevin McKee.
That name seems so familiar to me.
I know. Yeah.
It's ringing a bell.
Yeah. No, he did that one thing once.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him.
This is my role. This is a great role.
It's a great role.
This is the role.
I'm happy with it.
No, it's wonderful. Splashy, big. No, that'll be fun.
Yeah. So then we move on to our 2 Marymount castings, and both of them, Isatu and True, are playing 2 roles.
Yeah, so they're cast as the women.
Yes.
Yeah, there are only 2 women in the show as written, Martha Jefferson and Abigail Adams. Abigail Adams is kind of funny. It was kind of written as like a theatrical convention or what have you, because she was not there right at the time. But she talks to John Adams like through dreams.
Through remotely.
Yeah, they astral project onto each other.
Yeah, so the whole thing is in Philadelphia, and Abigail Adams never comes to Philadelphia. Yeah. And John Adams never goes there.
Yeah, it's a way for John Adams to like cool down. Like he's angry and he's screaming at the congressman, and then he goes outside and he goes, Abigail, they don't understand. And she goes, John.
Yeah.
You work so hard.
Yes. No, in the movie, it's very fuzzy.
Yeah.
They're talking through the mist to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so Isatu, and boy, I apologize if you listen to this and I'm mangling your name. We'll be playing Martha Jefferson and Edward Rutledge of South Carolina.
So Rutledge isn't the villain, but he's like a sub-villain.
He's a sub-villain.
Because he sings a song that makes people uncomfortable in the audience.
Yes. Yes.
He sings Slaves to Molasses to Rum.
Yeah,
right?
and it's a weird song.
It's very out of step with the rest of the show.
Yes.
It's very like it's a very evil song. It's written like in a menacing way.
Yes.
Let's say it's like as a threatening song.
It's a threatening song, and it is about race. It's about slavery. Yeah. It has a little bit of native.
The drum line.
Yeah. It's a little bit of pulling people from Africa. It really pulls that in.
Yeah. No, he's reminding them all where their wealth comes from.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're all, and that has been my experience generally in life. We've talked about this, that like your principles are over here, and then how you live your life is over here.
Yeah.
So they're all the rights of man, everybody's free. And he goes, ah.
Yeah.
So it's relevant. This was an important argument, that happened, and what happened later.
Yeah. Well, and it's tough to look at this through 21st century eyes, because we do see things like slavery completely differently than they did.
Yeah.
True is playing Abigail Adams and John Witherspoon of New Jersey.
I do not remember the John Witherspoon
remember
part.
that one.
Abigail Adams is wonderful. She is the larger of the two female roles.
Yeah.
Right. She's in the whole show. I mean, intermittently, but, regularly as John Adams' sounding board.
Yeah.
Right. Pins. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about it. Our friend Pete Kapler is playing Thomas McKean of Delaware.
He's so funny in the Christopher Guest movies.
Thomas McKean?
Yeah. Love Pete. The whole family's in there. Pete Kapler, Meg, and Rowan are all in there.
Yep.
Rowan has been with us for a while. I mean, I shouldn't say that because they all have been with us for a while.
Yeah.
I have a relationship with Rowan because he works at the comic shop in Leavenworth.
Yeah.
So I drop in on him every so
gotcha.
often. Right. But I love Pete. Pete was in 12th Night with us, and Pete is putting together Hamlet.
Yes.
Yes. Is there a role for you, Kevin McKee, in
I
Hamlet?
don't know. Did they have the read through?
Yeah, but they had the stage reading.
Okay.
So Pete is mostly known to us as a straight play guy, right?
Yeah.
He's a Shakespearean guy. He comes at it with a lot of intellect, but he does have a musical background.
Yeah.
So, that'll be exciting to see him tread the boards once again.
Mm-hmm. John Hancock is being played by Jim Gorman. And I worked with Jim when we did A Christmas Story. He played Gene Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, the narrator.
Yeah.
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 So he was the guy with the voice.
He was the guy with the voice. Fantastic voice. And I'm excited to work with him again and glad to see him integrating into the theater community.
Marvelous. Means he had a good time.
Yeah, I hope so. Robert Livingston Morris of New York is David Harville.
Is this the one that abstains courteously?
I think so.
Because there's not another New York on here, right?
Yeah.
So it must be him then.
Yeah.
All right. He's the guy that abstains courteously.
To everything.
Wonderful. Harville, doing it.
That's right. And love working with Dave Harville.
Yes.
And it's been a while since I've worked with him.
So he was the male lead of A Little Night Music in 24. And I remember him talking about it, that they had not done a musical in a long time because they kept doing straight plays after they left Leavenworth Summer Theater. They kept doing straight plays with Full Circle Theater.
Yeah, he was one of the founding members of Full Circle Theater.
Yeah. So he was still doing a straight play or two a year.
Yeah.
But he was saying that he had not done a musical in a long, long time. So he's back at it. That's great.
Nice. Meg Sanders is playing Dr. Lyman Hall.
Yes, Meg is great. Meg was in Witness for the Prosecution with us. She played my mom.
Oh.
She was really disappointed in me.
As we all are.
Yeah. She could not believe what a degenerate I was.
And Meg is also one of the founding members of Full Circle Theater and has been doing some amazing stuff around town.
Yeah, so again, mostly straight plays, right? She was Caliban. No, Caliban's the monster. She was the wizard, right, when they did The Tempest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
It was good. It was good. It was in the hole outside of the pack, which is gone now.
Oh.
Yeah, they're remodeling it.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Meg has a lot of acting power behind her.
Yeah.
So it's always exciting to see her on the list.
Mike Magnotti's playing Stephen Hopkins of Rhode Island.
Oh my gosh,
Magnotti. Yeah, he was in the minutes with me, and I've been working kind of around and beside him for 43 years.
Yes, he is a pillar of the community.
He is.
Yeah, he was very funny in Black Comedy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He fell down. It was a really good fall.
Yeah.
It was a pratfall,
Yeah.
It was fakery. Mm-hmm. But I remember we all jumped because it looked really real. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy, it's a bit. It's funny.
Yeah,
it was really
that was
good.
supposed to happen.
Yeah, it was really good. He really committed to it. Great fall. Magnotti, if you're listening to this, great fall. You did a really good job on that one.
And I'm excited to see Michael Peeler. I've not seen him in a show before. At least I don't think I have. I worked with him on Holiday Spice, and I know he was in Follies.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice.
So we have quite a few Follies people in here, and we can talk about them later. But I think it's great. They had a good time with Jamie Donegan. It was a good time, right? The whole show worked. But yeah.
Okay, he's playing Roger Sherman of Connecticut. Jeff Sandberg, we talked about him. He's been traditionally in the band and really a band leader for a lot of the stuff. The Wenatchee Big Band, he is one of the primaries there, and this is his first show. Ooh. So he is going to be playing Charles Thompson of Pennsylvania.
This is a big first show.
Yeah.
Because the Continental Congressmen are on stage a lot. And they do a lot. There's a lot of arguing and a lot of singing. So this is a big one.
Yeah, yeah. Caleb.
Our boy.
Caleb Sims is playing James Wilson of Pennsylvania.
I love Caleb. I'm a big Caleb fan. I'm a big Caleb stan, as the kids, I think, used to say. I don't think they say stan anymore.
It changes so quickly.
I know.
I'm getting too old.
I really am. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, he's got a lot of riz.
I got... Watch out that you don't get frame mogged, Caleb. You got a lot of riz today, but it could be gone tomorrow. You could get ruthlessly frame mogged. No, Caleb is our boy. Love Caleb so much. Caleb has been in a lot of straight plays, so also exciting for him to be stepping into musical type stuff.
I think I saw him last.
Well, actually,
he Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol, yeah, he sang in the Christmas Carol.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he was the narrator.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I really like Caleb. Caleb's always been part of the community, so very exciting stuff.
And our good friend Katie Ringley is Samuel Chase of Maryland.
It's funny, on this list here, it's Mary-Land.
Oh.
The Maryland.
Oh, okay.
No, Katie is a local luminary. She was... in my very first Apple Blossom show, Young Frankenstein. 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, so Katie was important to me as like one of my first Wenatchee friends.
Gotcha.
When I was first like entering the community down here.
Yeah, she's a dancer and she's been in a lot of shows.
Yeah. Love Katie. And she's been in the Hot August Night shows for a long time too. Yeah. She's a veteran. So no, very exciting. Katie's back.
Etor's back. He is playing Caesar Rodney of Delaware.
Who's like the dying one.
He is dying, and at some point in the show, he gets taken home taken home to die. And then it turns out they need his vote, so they have to bring him back.
Yes, he is like the elder statesman.
Yes.
Right. So
and I talked to Etor, and he's actually recovering. He wasn't able to walk. And so that's the reason he hadn't been in shows, but he's recovered enough so that he can play the hobbled Caesar.
He can use it.
He can use it.
He can use this experience.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. So it's glad to have Etor back. David Flores is playing George Reed, and I don't know David Flores.
David Flores was in the Follies. I should also say Katie Ringley was also in the Follies. Yeah. I just don't think of her as being a Follies person because I've known her for a long time.
Yeah, she's done a lot of
yeah. David Flores sang Jailhouse Rock.
Oh.
Yes, and he danced with the beautiful Rachel Powers in Follies. Yeah, we got along, and it's exciting. Again, the Follies people had a good time with Jamie, kept it going. Love it. Love to see it.
And then Justin Titus is playing Joseph Hughes of North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And he was in Christmas Story. Katie Grant is playing Josiah Bartlett of New Hampshire.
Katie is my friend. She was in Addams Family with us.
Really?
Yeah, she was a fellow ghost with me. She was one of the ancestors.
One of the ghosts?
Yeah, and she's associated with Epic Motion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she dances there.
A dancer.
Yeah. And she was also in Follies with us.
Okay.
She was running around. She was in the hula hoop number.
Oh.
Yeah. So she gave me hula hoop pointers, and she had excellent hair. She had really bouncy curls. It had a great effect because she's bouncing around, she's dancing. So made her look even bouncier.
Okay.
No, it was great.
It's good to have good hair.
In UFC, Ultimate Fighting, they're not supposed to have long hair because it makes the hits look bigger.
Oh.
Right. So it's oh my gosh, he really got hit because the hair flies back or whatever. So generally that's a tactical consideration for judging or whatever. It's keep your hair short so it doesn't look like you got hit too badly.
Nice.
But in dancing, it's kind of the opposite. You want it to be bigger, right? You want more of the fact she's really going up and down. Look at the hair go, right? Your eye is drawn to movement or what have you. Katie Grant, great hair. Wonderful hair.
There we go. Roan Kapler is the courier.
Yes.
From George Washington's army.
He's going to curry things.
Yep. Well, he shows up multiple times looking more and more bedraggled.
It's a great bit in the show.
Yeah.
Not to spoil too much or whatever, but it's always... The letters are so negative. The letters are just awful.
Well, that's the thing. We always think of noble George Washington, founder of our country. And boy, he does not like the Continental Congress because they have nothing on the front and they're not giving him any money or men and everything's falling apart.
Yeah, he's a downer.
He is a downer.
And it's always because the arc of the show or whatever is John Adams talking about principles, liberty, freedom, the rights of man. And then George Washington goes, dude, we're all getting killed. There are practical considerations here, and we are losing, right? Because they were, right? It was a tough one because this is before the Battle of the Crossing of the Delaware.
Yes.
Right. That's before the miracle that kind of restored things.
Well, and it is before they've declared war.
Yeah, it is weird, the structure of it. They don't even really have a country. That's the
No,
whole show.
that
right?
is the
They're
whole
just
show.
fighting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think maybe they're defending themselves against the redcoats.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they've got a standing army
Yeah.
and they're not a country.
Yeah, they have militias,
Yes.
which goes back to like what is America, because it clearly exists because people are fighting for it.
Yeah.
but it doesn't formally exist yet.
Yes.
right. So no, it's a whole interesting thing.
Gar-
We love Rowan. We were just talking about like
Okay.
George Washington.
Yes.
Rowan's great. Love him so much. He was in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. He was the understudy, and then he actually went on as the lead. Rowan's wonderful. He's so young. Stacia calls him Baby Roro, and I'm trying not to say that too much. But it is kind of a fun phrase to say, Baby Roro, right? He's not a baby. He's 20.
He's a full-grown man.
Yeah, he can vote.
Yeah, and a good person. We like Rowan a lot.
Rowan's our pal.
Garth Donald, who I am unfamiliar with, and I'm sorry, I guess I will become familiar with Garth, is playing Andrew McNair. He's the congressional custodian who gets a few funny jabs in.
He's the guy that opens the window and closes the window.
That's right.
It's kind of the suffering servant character, you know.
So I don't know about this. Who plays the soldier?
I have no idea who sings the song in Act 2, because the show is contemporary with like the Vietnam War when it was written. So they have a song where it's like a soldier going, "Mama, I'm dying."
Yeah, and thematically the song doesn't sound like it's part of the show.
Yeah, it's different, and the soldier isn't a character otherwise, really.
And he only shows up for that one scene.
Yeah, so it feels very relevant or timely, as the people say, to like the Vietnam War going on, to be like, hey, people are dying. You know, it's not just like writing stuff in a room.
Well, yeah, and we're recording this on a Sunday, and apparently just started a war with Iran. So that if that continues, it might become more poignant.
I'll write a show about that soldier dying.
Okay,
I'll get in on this gravy train right at the start.
That's what it's about. As theater people, we want horrible things going on in the world so that we can play with them.
You know, when I wrote Humans: A Brief Primer, it was in 2020. So it's funny looking back on it now. Some of the jokes have gotten more and more relevant, and some of them have just faded off entirely, such that I need to either cut them or shorten them so they don't drag it down too much. But some of them, there's some jokes about Jeffrey Epstein in there. And in 2020, it was not as big. And now it's like, ooh.
Yeah, it was kind of, you can do some things where it's like, oh, yeah, you're in the know, so I can laugh because I understand this one. But you're not going to find many people who don't understand Jeffrey Epstein at this point.
No, maybe I should just cut that section entirely. I don't know. It hurts to cut it. But the angle on it is quite different. Back then, it was kind of more of a fun conspiracy theory type thing.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's a conspiracy fact. Right. So it's I don't know. I'm doing it. I think I'm going to keep it in.
So we've gone through 1776. Like I said, I'm excited for this show. I think it's going to be great. And we're bringing together a lot of local theater people.
Yeah. No, I love the show itself. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And also, you should go and see it because people don't do 1776 very often.
No.
Right.
And
if you miss it here, you might never see it. Right.
And it is the 250th anniversary of our country.
Yeah. So I think it's great. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Okay. Upcoming shows that we also have, Humans: A Brief Primer, Skyler's show. Skyler has written and will star in this. I will be directing, and I will also appear in it.
We can't say who you are appearing, though.
No.
It's like a special reveal.
It's a special reveal.
Yes.
And that's opening up on March 20th.
Yep, March 20th and 21st. We actually do have the campaign live, thanks to the wonderful Caroline Rensel. She has done all the back-end stuff.
Yeah.
So you can buy tickets. It's at 7:30 at the Riverside Playhouse. Please consider it.
There we go. Boy, this is running long, but we did see a couple shows.
We did.
Or at least I saw a couple shows. You and I went to go see the show in Chelan, The Mysterious Murders at Manchester Manor.
Yeah.
And then I went to go see Quincy High School's Footloose, but we're running long. So we'll discuss Footloose next week.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked Footloose. And Quincy High School, they've had a program that just has gotten better and better. The band, everything was top-notch technically on it. And we've got a bunch of high schoolers. They don't have the programs leading into the high school. So when kids arrive at high school, a lot of them haven't done a show before. So Haley there has been able to bring in a lot of kids new to theater. And she had the kid playing Ariel, Ruby, had never done any, this was her first show. And
as Ariel,
which
is the female lead.
It's the female lead.
Wow.
And she has a fantastic voice.
Wow, a natural.
Yes. No, she was able to sing. And if you haven't seen the musical, you've probably seen the movie, and you've probably heard the soundtrack, which was huge in the 80s.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was probably purchased by more people than actually saw the movie.
They've got some good musicians in Quincy.
Yeah.
Their bands there are very good.
Yeah, Riley Youngren is one of the leads there. Kylie Youngren, who I believe is his wife, is the music director there, and she works so well with these kids. They have kids where we've seen growing up in the shows at Quincy High School, and she was able to get true harmonies out of them. And we've seen a lot of shows that by the time they open, everybody's singing melody.
It happens. I've been in the ensemble before, in the moment you stress out and you just gravitate into the strongest voice or what have you.
Yeah.
No, we have to put together a delegation to go see Joseph. They're doing that this spring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian Higgins is directing Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Love that show.
For Quincy Valley Allied Arts.
Great show. Short, high energy, really bombastic, wonderful show.
So we'll discuss Footloose next week, but the mysterious murder at Manchester Manor,
yes,
that was in Chelan. They had two performances, one on Friday night and one on Saturday afternoon, which we were able to attend. So it's closed at this point. It was a very funny show with a lot of people.
Yes.
And it was reminiscent of the Eastmont show, Too Many Detectives, and just that it was a bit of a farce.
Yeah, it was funny because they are both satires of the detective genre, right? And they have very large casts that are trying to figure out like a central murder, right? And all the characters are running around trying to figure it out on their own. And there's a lot of like cross motive and reveals and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it kind of opens and it starts and ends with a detective agency, two people, Nancy and Prue. So they are the Nancy Prue Detective Agency.
Yeah.
If you can catch that one.
It's a pretty subtle joke.
Yeah.
But no, it was 3 acts.
It was longer than we thought.
Yeah.
The first act, the first intermission came at a half an hour. And I know that Skyler and I looked at each other and thought, oh, this is going to be over really quickly.
Yeah, because generally the first act is a little bit longer than the second act. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's like an hour. What is going on here?
Yeah.
And it wasn't. No, it's like an opera, right? Operas will have... In the Count of Monte Cristo, it's very like, I'm reading that right now, and it's very like theatrical oriented, and they call the intermissions intervals.
Okay.
Yeah, so there were multiple intervals.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it was like an opera.
Yeah. No, we were surprised because by the time they went into the first intermission, there was no murder, and about half of the cast hadn't even been on stage yet. And it felt like, okay, there's a lot of work they're going to have to do in the second act.
Yeah, generally you want your Act 1 finale to be some kind of big, exciting thing. So people go into the lobby and they go, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And no, we hadn't even gotten to like the main thing. Then in Act 2, the murder happens. And they get to do the old tried and true. They have a kid that plays the body.
Yeah.
And they all fool around with it, right? He falls over, and then one of them pretends to be him, hey, guys, I'm still alive. They do that whole bit.
Yeah.
Classic, very funny. Good job, kid who played the body. You were very funny.
Yeah, and he isn't seen in the first act, but he comes out in the second scene in a wheelchair, and you're not sure, is he already dead? I mean, by the end, we find out, he was dead from the beginning. He was dead before he ever came on stage, and people are lifting him around, and they Weekend at Bernie's him for everybody else, and he's been thrown into the closet and falls out of the closet, and by the time the third act rolls around, then he's officially been murdered, but nobody knows who did it or why or how, and there's just a body under a sheet.
And they do the theatrical contrivance that you have to do with all of these kinds of stories, where why don't the police just show up, right? And so there's a very funny conversation where one of the women calls the police, and the police go, the policeman literally says, no, we're not coming. Good luck, and then hangs up.
There's a murderer in the house.
Yeah.
Nobody should leave, but we're not going to come.
Yeah, because you can't. That's the whole story. You can't. Otherwise, the police will just sort it out or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to. What is our excuse? Number one, for no cell phones. Every modern writer has to deal with this. How do we get the cell phones out of the picture? Number two, why aren't the police there?
Yeah.
Right. And it was funny. He's just like, nah, we don't do this in these kinds of scenarios.
Yeah, it's a drawing room mystery.
Yeah.
So it's a unit set. Everybody's got to be, and the set was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake Holt put the set together, and I've worked with him years and years ago, and it was a full set. One thing I do want to point out is just how far this program has come.
Yes.
They have done so much, and Cindy, the director, and really I think the person that's pushing all this through, has done so much with this company, with the high schoolers there, and the shows have just gotten more and more on point. And this one had a lot of kids. They had a lot of named characters, and everybody had good parts, and the acting is just getting better and better out of these kids.
And we were talking about last week, Precious Little Theater, or just like me talking about my own experience putting together Humans as like a real show instead of just something we do at a bar or what have you. There's a shocking amount of like back of house work that goes into all this stuff.
Yes.
So great work, Chelan support staff, Chelan auxiliary. I shouldn't say auxiliary, the people who are actually doing it.
Yeah.
We know it takes a huge amount of effort to like put this stuff on, and you guys are just moving from strength to strength.
Yeah, no, it was really good. This was, again, 3 acts. It was a little longer than we expected because we also had to drive back from Chelan, but it was a good show.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was a good high school show. So we do have auditions coming up.
Yes.
John Wagner, who is the founder of Leavenworth Summer Theater, he is auditioning for America Sings.
Yeah, so John Wagner, because you talked about it for 1776, it's the 250th anniversary this year, right, of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So he has written a kind of like a 4th of July pageant type thing. Mm-hmm. I read the script. It's I think it's 9 men and 3 women, and there are 3 narrators, and they kind of move. It's structured around famous like American patriotic songs. And so they start and they move. It's kind of interesting. They move through the history leading up to the composition and then performance of each of these major songs. So they do, God Bless America. They do the Star Spangled Banner, right? Woody Guthrie shows up at the end.
Nice.
Yeah. So to sing
This Land Is Your Land?
To sing This Land Is Your Land.
Yeah.
I started to say My Land Is My Land. Things have degenerated quite a bit in this country. It's funny. But yeah, so it's American history, through song.
Yeah.
Right. And so they're going to need people. And there is a stipend.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's only one performance. It's the evening of July 4th at the Meadow Stage below the Icicle Creek Center for the Arts. And John is saying that because it's a fairly short show, that there will not be that much in terms of rehearsal.
Okay.
So not a huge commitment. It will conflict with the Sound of Music. So if you're doing the Sound of Music, not going to work out because Sound of Music generally opens on the 4th of July.
Well, and
or they have a dress rehearsal on the 4th of July.
It also conflicts with 1776. That is the first get-together and rehearsal. That's a read-through for 1776.
Okay.
And then we're all going to fireworks together. So I'm going to have to probably check with Jamie and see if that's something that I can do.
Okay, so John will need people.
Yeah.
Right, if you're listening to this, please consider it. It's a fun script, and they are auditioning at, I want to say...
Well, I know that it's going to be on the 5th and the 7th. So that's going to be Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah, so
it's next weekend.
It's at Canyon Wren, which is it's the smaller building at the Icicle Creek Center for the Arts. And it's on March 5th from 7 to 9 p.m. and March 7th from 10 to 12.
Yeah.
And you don't book an audition slot. You just show up.
Okay.
And he has audition materials. You can talk to him and get them. He would be thrilled to talk to you. So please do reach out to John Wagner by phone or by email or whatnot. He also has a Facebook account now.
Oh.
Yes. Pulling out all the stops. But please consider it. It's not a huge commitment, and there's a lot of singing. So if you want to sing these patriotic songs with a gang, please do think about it.
Awesome. So we don't have any opening nights next weekend, but next week we will be discussing Footloose in detail. The weekend after that, March 12th and 13th. On the 12th, we've got Wenatchee High School's opening The Importance of Being Earnest with lots of our favorite actors there. March 13th, Moses Lake High School is opening up the Down Staircase. And Moses Lake High School is new to the Apple Awards, so we have not seen a lot of shows there.
Saw Mamma Mia.
We saw Mamma Mia in the fall, but we haven't. This is going to be Up the Down Staircase, which is their straight play.
It was a good Mamma Mia.
It was a great Mamma Mia. I really liked it. On the 19th, Eastmont High School is opening up Little Women, and on the 20th, on the 20th, they'll still have Little Women, but we are opening up Humans, A Brief Primer.
Is that the musical version or the straight play?
I think it's the straight play.
I should put a musical section in there. No, it's too much.
Yeah.
We're getting too close.
So Humans, A Brief Primer will be on the 20th and 21st. And yeah, we will probably be promoting this more than normal because we're involved.
And this coming weekend is Rails and Ales in Wenatchee.
Oh.
Not theater, but
No.
I'll be there. It's always fun.
Awesome. We do have Afraid of High School has sometime in the spring has their one acts. We haven't seen that. And Maskers Theater, they just closed the complete William Shakespeare, and they will be doing Around the World in 80 Days in April. And at the end of April, we will have Legally Blonde at the Performing Arts Center.
I already have my tickets for opening night.
Oh, there you go.
I love going to opening night of the Apple Blossom musical because then you can go out drinking with the cast. And it's like you were in the cast, Stolen Valor.
Yes. And generally, maybe I shouldn't say this, but they'll go to the beer garden in the park, and they'll do that on opening night. Also on opening night, normally that's when the Applearians show up.
Yes.
And the Applearians also know how to have a good time, and they usually are a great audience.
It's generally a very warm audience that opening night.
It is a warm audience.
Gives you, as an actor, it gives you a lot of momentum going into the rest of it. But no, Legally Blonde will be great. A lot of our friends are in there, so really looking forward to that one.
So we do have some shows that are continuing this next week. You can go out and you can see Footloose, and then we will have more opening nights after that. So that about wraps it up. This was a long one, Skyler.
We had a lot to talk about.
So that about wraps it up for us. I want everybody to go out there, see some theater, and when you can, make sure that you go out, support local theater here in Central Washington, and make sure you see another opening night.